Family Room Podcast, episode 64.
Yes, sir.
I'm Mike Rowe.
I wanna be like Mike. Pow!
It's Jesse Williams.
Jesse! Step away from the box.
Like I said, we back, man. Ready for another conversation. We got a little podcast theme music, man. Trying to take production up a little bit, you know what I mean? Keep on adding new stuff as we go, you know how we do.
That's what I like it.
You know what I mean? What you been up to? I guess I can leave it on. What you been up to, brother?
Man, chilling, you know what I mean? Chilling. Adapting to new things, you know what I mean? And trying to find new adventures out here.
I feel it.
You know what I mean?
I feel it. You finding new adventures? I see you buying new toys.
Yeah. With those new toys come new adventures, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I've been good, man.
Yeah.
I've been good, man. I can't complain. Yeah, I can't complain. I've been doing pretty good. We got a few things we're gonna get to. It's funny how every time we get to the intro, I forget what I did last week. Whenever it's my turn to be like talk about what I've been up to, I forget what I've been up to, and that's exactly what's happening right now. I don't even remember what I did last week. What I do last week, B? I had a good interview on Microflix. A lady named Vanessa Lemon, the owner of the San Diego Tropics.
Okay.
And she's also an assistant coach with the Garden. I interviewed her. She was really dope. Had a really good interview. I told her when we was done, I was like, I wish all my guests had doing interview. She was real lively, real upbeat, smiling, a lot of positive energy. You know what I'm saying? She was dope. I think that's all. Like, you know what I'm saying, that I've been doing. Really, oh no, wifey got a new car. Wifey got a new car. She got an Acura MDX.
SUV joint?
Yeah.
Ooh, I know. Those are nice. Yeah.
That's real exciting. That's real dope. And it's funny because like we've had the Impala since 2014, I want to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the Impala been hanging.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we paid it off, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it served its purpose, you know what I'm saying? But just the other day, that's something that don't normally happen. The other day, Darren and I were on the way to the park, and the car broke down, the Impala broke down.
Oh, wow.
Right at the intersection of Second and Escondido Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right there. Pulled off from the red light. Transmission snapped. The axle fell off from the transmission. When you turn the wheel, like one wheel would turn the other wheel. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that happened on like Thursday.
Yeah, if you were here last week.
And we popped on Wednesdays now. So I think it happened on Thursday. I'm not sure, but anyway, we got the car Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Or Sunday. Saturday.
And car shopping's fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun to me.
It's funny because we all she been like had the money and everything in order to do it. She just been like online, just looking at what she wanted, and then that happened though. And I told her I was like, we gotta get that this weekend. She was like, yeah, I know. So we did that. Like I said, that's exciting. That's dope. I think that's it. Got some hopefully some exciting news in the works. I mean, it's like that's gonna equal a lot more money too. So that's pretty dope. Other than that, man, I've just been cooling.
Yeah, ball money in.
Got to. I'm trying to get. because of that, I gotta put I'm not gonna be getting my new lens. Not like I want. I'm putting my car in the shop instead.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put my car in the shop. You know what I mean? Get back to stacking for the lens. It's just whack. And it's funny. It's crazy how things work out because just like I told you when I got my hands on a little bit more money and I hit the dude and I was like, yo, like this is what I got. I can give you this right now and give you the rest later. Like I knew it. He was down to do it. And I went and I put all my money together and tried to send it to him and it wouldn't go through.
Mm-hmm.
For like 2 days in a row, like the address wasn't working. Like it wouldn't go through. And then the next day, actually that morning I woke up and tried and it still wouldn't work. So I was like, whatever, man. Like I'm over it. Like I still want the lens, but this ain't working. So I gotta figure out another way, but I'm not gonna think of it right now. And then that evening, the car broke down. So it's like, it's a good thing the money didn't go through.
For sure.
And I gotta put my car in the shop so we can be back down with 2 cars.
Yeah, that's necessary.
Yep. That's about it. That's all I've been up to, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's family life. What? That's a major thing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had a car breakdown at a red light, bro. At a busy intersection, bro. My Charger 08. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm done with this thing. I had to push it though. Can you imagine just getting off work, cruising to the red light, and then you just feeling like your car died? Then I looked around, I saw all the cars, and I was like, oh my goodness, I see the line of cars behind me, and I'm like, if I don't get out and push this on green, I had to bend the whole lap. And then I was like, you know me, I'm just kicking it. Let's go. Hopped out, pushed it, and everybody was just looking. But hey, I didn't slow traffic down though. Everybody was able to go on and just go around me, but
Oh no, we definitely slowed traffic down.
yes,
Absolutely.
I couldn't do it. But that Charger was big though. Hella big.
Dudes jumped out trying to help push it, but not move. It wouldn't go because like the wheels wouldn't.
Yeah, one turn. What'd you do? Did you got out the street though?
Mm-hmm. Just grab, you know what I'm saying? Grab my essentials, grab Baron, and chilled in a little Bank of America parking lot right there.
But where was the car at though?
Right there.
In the street?
In the street. Till the police showed up. And they came with the Explorer joint, with the little bumper thing on it.
And just pushed it?
Just pushed it, like, so we could like just bend the corner enough so traffic could just go. Told man about an hour to get out there. That's cool then.
Yeah, of course.
I just ran around in the parking lot because you know all the parking lots is empty because people ain't really out like that. It's still a pandemic. We ran around with Karen in the parking lot. It's cool. We knew it was, and that was the plan. Like the car, the car wouldn't even pass smog. Like we couldn't get it registered nothing.
Oh, okay.
It was like, we're gonna rock out until we can't
wheels
rock
fall
out
off.
until they take it or till the wheels fall off. And the wheels fell off, literally.
I only laugh at them.
You could laugh over for that. That's the other thing. I was like holding my mouth, and my mouth still kind of hurt. I went to the dentist too.
Oh, okay,
I haven't, you know what I'm saying? But you know me, I don't like going to the dentist. But it's been like I've been in so much pain, there's so much going on. I ain't had no choice lately. I had no choice lately.
You want to take these? Because that took the cake. You talking crazy.
Alright man, let's get into these topics. You hear about old boy, the football player? The one that was at the top? Dude,
oh, for the Titans, the running back?
I forget what team he played for.
I know.
To be real, I don't even know his whole name. That's why I wrote it down like that. That's why I just wrote him.
I think it's Derrick Henry, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
His girlfriend smashed his friend. I believe it's their kid's godfather.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Ooh, that is wow. That is a big old dude. Derrick Henry might be one of the biggest running backs since Brandon Jacobs for the Giants. Boy, hey, and I know that's true because when they just played the Texans over the weekend and they had that overtime field coin toss, Deshaun Watson lost the coin toss. He went receiving, but dropped his head like, we gonna lose. As soon as he looked and saw he lost the coin, he's like, because we can't stop him running the ball. That is crazy. But yeah, nah, I didn't see that. How did that scandal break off?
I don't even know. To be real, I don't want to get into it too much because it's kind of a weird topic for dudes to be talking about. In my opinion. But it brought me to just thinking about friendship. That's why I wrote down also what role do you play in friendship? Whether it's typically with most of your friends or in our group of friends or what role do you feel like you play?
Oh man.
Talking to the mic too.
Role I play. Let's see. I'm the
Raise it up.
I'm the let's see. I'm the nice, happy-go-lucky guy. The one you could always go talk to, chill, kick it with. You know what I mean? You ain't never gonna get nothing real serious that nobody couldn't control. But it's all gonna be a positive, good vibe though. Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird question to answer for yourself, though.
That's true. That's true. Takes a little introspection.
But since I did it, you gotta go though.
Yeah. I think I'm the. I'm the. I'm the annoying friend. I think, because I talk about random stuff. Like when we all get together, I'm usually the one that's hitting people too much. Like, Mike, like chill. We gonna see you in a minute. Like chill. I think I'm the mediator. Some at times, not like all the time, but more often than not. Definitely the sensitive one. Yeah. Yeah. That's me.
That's your role in the group, in our group, and like your friends, like as a friendship though, not like who you are.
I feel you.
Like when we getting together, like you the one, like I'm the cool guy. Like all right, if this conversation get too serious, I'm gonna try to break the ice. If I can't break the ice, then we just gonna have to have a conversation or whatever. You know what I mean? But like I'm gonna be the one to try and lighten the mood type.
I'm usually the one that's trying to get everybody together.
I feel you.
I think as far as like our group, I think that might be like the only like role I really play. Really, I don't think I really like, cause you're always down for whatever.
Yeah.
Isaac is like, if we were all one body, Isaac's the head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Steph, more often than not, is the voice of reason, whether we listen or not.
Yeah.
Steph is typically trying to be the voice of reason. I don't know what role I play, other than just trying to get everybody together to do things.
I mean, that's a role though.
I mean, like when we're out, I don't really like have a role. I'm definitely trying to do like what's gonna bring the majority of like more fun.
Okay, I'll put it like this.
Okay.
When we going out somewhere and I'd be like, oh, let's do this, and everybody be doing something, we'd be like, all right, if Mike's down to go, then this is a good idea. If you be like, nah, man, I'm not going, then I might have to reevaluate where we're going type.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean, like?
Like avoid, like, not voice reason, but like a standard of, like, I don't really want to say that though.
Go ahead.
Like a standard of acceptability. You see what I'm saying? Like an image of always looking down a straight and narrow path. Like when I could be like, all right, I may come off the rails with some of the ideas and some of the wild stuff I may throw out there. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, nah. And then that's when I'm like, okay, let me gear back to what we're trying to do, and not because like I can come up with some off the wall type stuff. And then, but you feel what I'm talking about though, or is that just
kind of? Explain it another way, because I kind of getting it, but not quite.
Like, let me see, like the father. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Like how, all right, I wouldn't like say I wouldn't want to do that in front of my dad. So therefore, when I oppose something to you, you'd be like, nah. I'm like, all right, then I probably shouldn't be doing that my damn self, because Mike's not down to be doing that.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I probably didn't say that tail end until right now.
That's fair.
But you see what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
fair.
if he wouldn't be down to do that, then I probably should be thinking about why am I trying to do that too. Okay. See what I'm saying? Because of how I've always brought all of us together. You know what I mean? In my eyes.
Yeah. I was trying to think. I don't know if that's more good than bad or more bad than good. But either way, it's definitely true and very fair. 100%. Interesting. See, this is one of the ones where I wish Steph and Isaac were here too. Yeah. That's interesting. We're gonna have this conversation again when they're out here. When when Steph is a guest and when Isaac is a guest on the podcast. That's not foul to say, is it? Don't get all awkwardly quiet.
I'm supposed to turn and laugh in the mic. I'm supposed to turn and laugh in the mic.
That's not a rude thing to say.
No, not at all.
What was that? Here we are. Jeffery Toobin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I think he worked for Microsoft.
No, he was wasn't
No, for the New Yorker.
He worked for CNN, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the Zoom with his colleagues and pulled his meat out. Satisfied himself right quick.
Man. And claimed he didn't know that they could see him.
I believe him, bro. Nobody wants to do that. He got a wife and kids, bro.
Nope. I mean, I feel you.
I believe him. Oh, you sounded like you didn't believe him.
I mean, I don't believe him. Hell no. But I'm not. What?
Why you don't believe him?
Because there's an active Zoom call. You're at work.
What if he minimized it?
So what are you talking about? You're at work. What you pulling your meat out for? You're active.
What if he's at home?
So your computer is open on work, fam. You're in the act.
I agree with you, but
I'm just saying, like, this is wild.
I can see how that mistake could happen.
No, and I'm saying that there ain't no way that you should be doing that while you're on the clock in an active Zoom meeting. It'd be different. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like that. But then this also goes back to, remember I said I don't like how you could just come out and issue an apology like everything gonna be cool.
Oh no, he got fired.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I seen this morning, and they didn't even know what they was gonna do with him yet.
If I'm not mistaken, he got fired.
Yeah, he should have.
Bro.
How many women were in that Zoom meeting is what I think he tried to be funny about? They thought it would just be something that they could blow over and not get past.
Bro, he got a wife and kids, bro.
These dudes out here be pervs.
That's very true.
And I don't leave nothing past nobody. And especially how you just like, nah, people too busy just come out and
but that's like, I mean, granted, what's the comedian's name? Redhead comedian. Real funny on stage. He got in trouble for girls, like, he got me too. Girls said he was pulling his meat out in the hotel room, just beating his meat in front of them. I wish I could think of his name right now. I know the listeners are probably like, this is his name. But him. But like, so there are weird people that get off on that, like doing that in front of girls, but like, nobody wants to do that, bro. Nobody wants to do that. I guarantee you.
He said he accidentally closed it somewhere.
Minimize it. What I'm saying is like, look at my screen, bro. I can have a bunch of stuff. I can have a bunch of stuff open down here. I got the soundboard for the podcast open right now. If I minimize it, I might forget that it's up there.
Mike, I agree, but that's what I feel you.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. He forgot it.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Before the whole
looking at a laptop, I mean, I feel you.
Before the whole report came out, we were talking about it at the crib. Moms,
he forget you at the Zoom work meeting though.
I agree. He can't let that happen, but he
That's
did.
the only
I
part
see
that I
how
understand.
that mistake could happen. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Not that it's ever happened.
You want to do too much stuff and you forget. You're not listening to what they saying. Opposed.
Now what I was about to say is before the whole story came out, I said and I said to wifey and moms, I was like, maybe he like forgot that the Zoom was open and pulled up something and tried to satisfy himself real quick. And you know what I'm saying? And they both turned around and looked at me like, I hadn't thought about that. And then literally this morning, because I knew we were going to talk about it, literally this morning I went to look into it some more, read the report, and that's what he said happened.
I feel you.
But either way, bro.
How do you get on that, and that's what I'm talking about, that path, how do you get on that path when you started off at work is what I just not get past. I can't get
and I can't wait for this to be over.
Because your urge is popping like that.
I said, I got 2 hands on my lunch break.
He said I got 15 minutes, that is cool. Oh my goodness.
If you taking your lunch break to go rub one out, and you
married at home, there's other issues you got in your life.
Man. On the lunch break? He's carving that food, bro.
Because he probably only got a 30.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Gracious. Because he's like, I gotta hurry to get back to the Zoom. Bro, what do you say when he gets back to the Zoom call?
That's what I'm saying. He hung up. Because once he realized he was on Zoom, he hung up and then tried to reopen it like nothing happening. Talking about when they were saying, they kind of confronted him about it, he was like, no way, that really happened? Are you serious?
I'd love to find out how many people were on the Zoom call and how many of them
Ended the call.
Exited out. And how many stayed? I would love to know. I would love to know.
Those are interesting numbers.
I'm sure all the girls left. Hopefully all the girls left. Hell, hopefully everybody left.
Everybody did.
Maybe it was all like, you know what?
Also.
Let's all take a break. He's obviously taking a break. What if he was like, excuse me, my kids are calling me real quick.
If I'm the boss, I'm closing that app and everybody's just getting paid for the rest of the day. Because what are you going to talk about? Because, boss, I have some questions. Can I have his job? I need that raise. He tripping. Bro, tripping.
That's one of those things that's like...
It's unexcusable.
There's nothing you can say. There's no coming back from that.
It's unexcusable. He about to be at McDonald's working. Not like there's anything wrong with that.
I wouldn't be...
Take that back.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if the chicks on there didn't like file lawsuits against him. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a little extra, but they'd be justified.
Yeah.
It's a little extra if you ask me, because it ain't like he like, in my opinion, it's not like he meant to do that. In my opinion.
I don't know. Because then I'm gonna come at it like, because what part did they see? Do you know what I mean? What part of the action that they classified it as masturbating? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's not an accident. What, you accidentally close this in the middle?
Because I would say,
right before the end.
I would say if you seen him back like the hammer, and you stayed in there, that's on you. If you saw him draw his weapon, and you stayed in there, that's on you.
That's Trip City.
Because you got to see what's coming. Because I'm guessing he's sitting in there looking.
They said the cat, he put the top down like that.
I didn't read that part.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what makes it look fishy.
That's what I'm saying. And to where they saw enough.
But what I'm saying is,
that's true.
What I'm saying, but I can explain that part too, because I thought about that too. I came in here ready to explain the other side, because I knew niggas was gonna be like, no way. Yeah. I can explain that part too. I might not have the matte screen. I might have a glare.
What?
I might be trying to do my thing on the laptop and I got a glare. So I got to bend the screen down so I don't get a glare on the screen.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying there's a way to justify that.
Nah,
it's inexcusable, but there's a way to explain it is all.
Because Mike, I feel you, but that tilt is only like this.
No, not at all.
What you mean, a glare?
Not at all. If I got a glare on the screen, I can do like that, and I'm still, and especially like if my laptop is up here, bro. And my laptop is up here, like
he's not sitting at the desk where it's like it's level.
Don't act like you ain't never moved your screen or adjusted it.
I didn't say that.
That's all I'm saying.
But when I adjusted it, it wasn't pointed below my waist.
Come on, man.
That's all I'm saying.
We haven't seen this setup. We don't know what it was like. That's all I'm saying.
I can almost assume that the dude who works for CNN what his desk looks like.
He didn't do that. He didn't do that on purpose, bro. You're not gonna convince me. What you say?
I guarantee his desk was above his waist.
That's all. And he's taking his chair can roll in up underneath that thing.
Fam, there's no way
it's gotta be pointing down pretty low.
Bro.
For them to be able to classify that dude as masturbating during a Zoom call. And that's too fishy, that's too weirdo for me. That is too, you need to be a person next to Bill if that's how we talking to me. That's too weird.
Nah, come on.
That's weird though.
No, it is weird. But if I'm rocking with my side of the story,
you can't agree with me then.
Which I do for the most part believe. You can't put him in the same box as Bill. He's
right.
out here drugging and raping. This dude didn't touch anyone but himself.
What you mean?
He was trying to have a satisfying evening or afternoon with himself.
Or afternoon.
It wasn't afternoon. It was lunch break. He was trying to have a satisfying afternoon.
It could have been more than 11.
With himself. With himself is the point. Bill was out here drugging and raping.
With himself and everybody else in his Zoom meeting watching. Are you want to assume that there was 3 people in that Zoom call?
These people.
You want to assume that there's what,
these
5?
people can log out. You can't log out of anything when you're drugged and knocked out.
I'm not denying that part.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to
So what I'm saying is, don't put them in the same
he's
box.
not in the same box, but that boy in the box ain't too far to me.
That's.
Bro, that's a whole different type.
You can't say apples and oranges, but that's like green apples and red apples, bro. Like, soon you know the difference right away. Right off looking at it, right off tasting it, it's way different.
But they're both apples, though.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair, because they're both nasty. That's why they're both apples, because they're both nasty. But green and red, come on, bro. We know the difference. You're not gonna make. Come on, bro. When you make an apple pie, you want some green apple. When you make an apple juice, you want some red apple. That's all I'm saying. There's a difference. That's all I'm saying.
Alright.
That's all I'm saying. The difference here is
I'll give you that.
Bill might be in there for the rest of his life. This dude is not gonna go to jail.
I'll give you that. That was a bit far, but see what I mean? I'll be going off left sometimes.
That's good. We on the pod. You go as far as you want.
But-
I'm here for it.
But yeah, nah, because that's just not an accident to me. And that's what I'm saying. You want to see what you can get away with. Because I believe there's probably like 10, 15 people in that Zoom meeting.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Speaking of accidents, and I promise this is going to tie together, but speaking of accidents, on the Red Table Talk, this most recent one, I haven't watched the whole thing. I watched clips, maybe like 2 7-minute clips. So I watched 14 minutes of it. I think it's about maybe an hour long, so not very much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if you know, but it's Jada Pinkett, her mom, and her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they got 3 generations up there, and they had Amber Rose on.
Yeah.
And both Amber Rose and Jada's mom, who they call Gam,
Mm-hmm.
they both said that while in a relationship, they had non-consensual sex with their partner. Jada said it happened. I'm sorry, Jada's mom said it happened with Jada's dad
Mm-hmm.
while they were married, right? And I was talking to Keisha about this, and she was saying how, I don't know if she want me saying this, but she was like, Amber Rose, talking about it being a mistake, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was saying Amber Rose strikes her as the type that likes rough sex.
Mm-hmm.
So before I get to that part, Amber Rose said that dude, she told dude she didn't want to be with him anymore. And then he was like, you're not going anywhere. Ripped her clothes off her, had sex with her. And she was saying no. And then when he was finished, she just went downstairs and had breakfast like nothing happened. And Keish was like, I don't know what this sounds like, but like, I mean, Amber Rose kind of strikes me as like the type to like rough sex.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he could have thought that she was into it, and like it could have been a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
When the videos went out, both of them talking about their situations of like non-consensual sex with a partner. A whole bunch of girls chimed in and was like, "Yeah, that happens a lot." I had no idea, bro.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing like that.
Yeah, I didn't either until that came out, and I was seeing posts about it and everything too. And that's crazy.
It makes me, and I'm gonna be careful here. I've never done anything like that, but I still want to be careful with my words as always. It makes me think back to times like maybe right out of high school. Maybe, between the ages of like 17, like 20 to 21, I'd say. Like times when you're hanging out and it's like you know that's a possibility, like it's on the table. And you feel like it's about to happen and it's not, so you kinda like put it out there like, yo, is that gonna and it don't. And you put it out there maybe later and then maybe it happens later. And it's not nothing the same because I've never, nothing even close, believe me. Like nothing. But it makes you think about it, for me anyway. It makes me think about like if I didn't ask that second time, would it have happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it makes me feel kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
Because that was what the post I had read like girls would say yeah the second time just so they wouldn't have to get asked the third time.
See, that's not cool.
Not at all.
That's not cool.
And that's
and
crazy.
I've never, for me anyway, it's only one time that I can remember, that I can think of anyway. And it wasn't like, the yeah wasn't like, yeah. It was like I said, I asked the first time, and it was no. And then the second time I asked, in the heat of things, and then it did happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's different.
You know, but it's still like, the first time I asked, it was kind of in the heat of things too. Not as hot, if that makes sense. But it was still in the heat of things. So it's like, it just makes you wonder, and it makes you really like, kind of like question, because you know, like, before, like, certain things were acceptable and certain things were okay, and now they're not. Or maybe they were never okay, but we just looked at them differently back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I believe that.
It just make. There you go. That's a much more of the reality.
Because if you look back to like our earlier generations before, you'd be like, "There's no way that you thought that was acceptable."
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we grew from what they knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I for sure could see that evolution happening again.
See, now I feel like I should tell a whole story because I don't want people looking at me crazy. But I absolutely don't have anything like that on my track record. Like, at all.
No.
Everybody knows I'm a nice guy. But I just, like, now that I don't have, I feel like people will be wondering, like, what is this nigga talking
And if that's the case, then get in the comments and ask the question that you got.
There you go.
I'll have
the full story with you.
Yeah. You got nothing to hide out here.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Get in the comment section.
Actually, for me, to be honest, and I was like, oh, now you trying to make yourself look better. For me, there's been, of course, way in the past, but there's multiple times I said we was gonna stop doing that, but I still feel the need more often than not. There was times when girls told me later on that, like, yo, I want, like I liked you, I wanted to get, you just like was throwing hints and you never picked up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like multiple times. And I was like, oh, for real? Like, I was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, facts all the time. Yeah. No, that's crazy though. Yeah, I did, and it's crazy because I read that post and all that stuff without knowing about that conversation. And I seen that post, I was like, dang, I sure hope that's not what's going on out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just tough. You know what I mean? That's something that be messing with people mentally. Type stuff. I don't like
it's
that.
real. It's real. It's real.
I don't like that.
Anyway, let's switch the energy a little bit. Give me your favorite, like, chick flicks or like girl shows or movies or something.
Chick flicks?
Yeah, girl movies, girl TV shows, girls talk shows, like anything that like you've liked that like you're like, if you watch with the homies, they'd be like, hey, you watch this?
Dang. Damn near everything my wife watched, because by now I like everything she watched. Like, I don't have a problem sitting and watching America's Next Top Model.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She watches the, and I think that might be the biggest one. America's Next Top Model. I can't believe I said that shit on wax. Yeah, but then a little cooking, like she does the body paint stuff and all that stuff, Ink Wars and all that, but that don't really count. But America's Next Top Model. What about you?
I used to watch. You said Tyra Banks. What was her show? Yeah, the Tyra Banks show. I used to watch the Tyra Banks show. I used to watch Oprah only when like I could hit info and see what she was going to be talking about.
Yeah, so that don't count.
Okay. The Tyra Banks show
for everybody.
The Tyra Banks show, I'll watch no matter what.
What, the America's Next Top Model?
No. She had a talk show.
Oh, her talk show? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I used to watch that.
No, like Maury. That
don't count.
None of those counts to me.
That don't count. The Tyra Banks show is more of a girl show though.
Okay, I ain't never seen.
I used to watch Ellen. What girl movies do I have? Girl shows. No, I didn't really like them, but I used to enjoy. See, I guess I don't count because I more just enjoyed the time.
I got a movie for you, Twilight.
I've never seen Twilight.
Patricia was big on Twilight, so it got me in on it. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never seen Twilight.
But I do not mess with it's
Hey.
me, but I'll sit down and watch that shit. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what movie I really like? You know what movie I really like, bro? The Notebook.
The Notebook? That's too long. I ain't never watched
I
it.
really like that movie, bro.
I never watched it.
But see, for me, like, I do like the story of it, so not to make me try to be all like that. I do like the story of it. But for me, any movie that, like, the story is good, and the acting is great, I'm gonna like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as there's a good story, even if it's a decent story with great acting, I'm gonna like it.
Yeah,
As long as the acting, like something that's gonna impress me, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Because I like, it's certain time when I tell Keish, like, I'll run stuff like The Office. I run certain episodes of like certain scenes back in The Office and be like, look how many faces she made in like 3 seconds. Like, that's great acting right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's really listening to a story.
Mm-hmm. I'm really into like the art of it, I guess you could say. Speaking of that, I'm gonna try to get into some acting, bro.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I just don't like I went to a few, like, to be real, and like, niggas don't even know this. I went to a couple of auditions like right out of high school and chickened out and never went on stage.
Oh really?
Because for me, like, it's weird. Like,
you went to the audition.
yeah, and
your
then
number was
like
about to be
I
called.
got a number, yeah, like, bro, like the first time I went, they got like 20 numbers before mine, and I was like, I ain't about to do this shit, bro, and I left. One was at the Escondido Center for the Arts. I don't know why I'm fucking this way. One was at the Escondido Center for the Arts, and the other one was somewhere in Vista. Somewhere here in Vista. But the first time in Escondido, I chickened out like 20 numbers before mine. I was like, man, I ain't about to do this. And then the one here in Vista, I chickened out like 3 numbers before mine. I got up.
Good.
And the dude was like, where you going? I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. He's like, hurry back. I was like, yeah. Got up out of it. I was like, man. And both times driving away, I was like, why did you do that? But I don't want to have to, and it's weird. I don't want to have to get up there because they give you like the little thing or the little scenario, whatever you're gonna do. They give you like a mock thing of it, and you gotta go up there and do it in front of all the people that are auditioning and all of their loved ones that came to the audition as well. Yeah. And I just didn't want to do that. Yeah. I was like, because I went to performing arts school, bro. Like, I've been on set with everybody else that's in the play. That's how we had to audition in elementary school. Yeah. You literally had to audition in front of all the arts teachers, and they sitting up there with a desk and a notebook, like on some real Hollywood shit. And all the hundreds of kids that's auditioning as well. So I've done it before, but just doing it as an adult was like, nah, I'm not with this. But I feel like if I could just be on set, like if I could just have the part and be on set and be doing it, I'll be fine. But doing the audition was like, I don't want to do this, but I think I want to try to give it. I think I want to sign up and give it another go.
What type of auditions were they for like a commercial? Like,
yeah, one was like for modeling and commercials, and the other one was for like commercials and movies. Mm-hmm. And the second time, like one of the ladies in the line was like telling me like how at the time anyway, like before, like telling me like how I had to look and like how like my jaw, she could tell my jaw structure was just coming in, and she was right. Like I had just like barely like really had like become like kind of shaking into an adult. I was like, oh shit. Still, that's kind of what like kept me in the seat longer than 20 numbers like before mine probably. And it got to like 3 away. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I think I might give it a go, man. You know what's funny? Like 2 or 3 summers ago, it's funny. There was this lady that was coming to pick up her son when I was working at this summer camp for the YMCA. She was coming to pick up her son, and she looks like she just had a look, bro. Like she was like skinny white lady, like super skinny neck, but she had like perfect jaw structure, bro. Like her hair, like she just looked like she was supposed to be on TV to me, bro. She just did. And I overheard her say something about her agent when she was walking up to the table talking to another parent. And so I asked her, I was like, your agent? I was like what do you do? And she was like, well, I do commercials. I was like, oh, really? And I had her like, and it's like right the route I used to take anyway to go pick Barney up from the babysitter when I worked in City Heights. I would always see like this like performing arts like center like for adults, like where you do improv and do acting and stuff. And I was like, I need to stop in there one time and just take a look, you know what I'm saying? To be real, I was gonna see if they needed a photographer, but I was also thinking like, it'd be nice to try that again. And then I met that lady. I met the lady the summer before. And she told me about the place, and I started passing by and seeing it, and I never got a chance to go in. But anyway, that's my long story of saying I might try to get back into acting, bro.
That's dope. Do it. Do it. It's never too late.
And it's funny because I was all these short films and stuff that I wrote. I found one dude that's really eager. He wants to do it. I ain't gonna say his name, but he's really eager. He wants to do it, like really, really bad. He even hit me up like, bro, you like that short film you was talking about? You still gonna do that? You still gonna do that? I'm still interested. Other than him, like the people that I try to gather, they're never like all the way down. And just the other day, I was thinking like, I might have to just get my photographer friends to shoot it for me, and I have to be the actor.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be a good way to kind of get back into it. That'd be kind of fun.
You know what type of role you should go for?
What?
You should play Bow Wow in his movie.
I got too much facial hair, man, and I'm not shaving my beard. I'm not shaving my beard.
Ain't nobody. Well, the Bow Wow one might get some hits, but Romeo's career ain't big enough like that to me.
I feel it. I feel it.
There's more of an entrepreneur type of
I think it'll be good because I think everybody's story is interesting to me. I think that's why
his story will be good.
That's why I think it'll be a good movie.
His music career side won't be.
I feel it. But
That'll be short-lived.
I think if they tell the story for both of them, I think if they tell the story of their whole life, that's what will make it dope.
Yeah,
like Bow Wow
for
being
sure.
discovered, getting pulled out of the crowd and coming on stage to rap. Romeo being the son of this legend, and he's like saved his dad's label. Like I think the whole story of it. I think it'd be dope
if they did a movie collab and have Bow Wow where Bow Wow's story ends, Romeo's story begins. Because
that's not how it happened though.
But look, it would if like because Romeo didn't have no good music career growing up. Bow Wow did.
He had a few hits.
Yeah. But Bow Wow also, as a grown man, fell off where Romeo excelled. Where that'd be a movie I'd watch. Tie that in together. Master P comes save the film at the end.
Now his life story, they definitely need to make a movie. He done everything.
Sure.
He done everything.
Man, professional basketball player.
He did it all. He's a street legend before he started rapping. Then he started rapping, became a legend in music. Played in the NBA. His son became a rapper. His son got a scholarship to play basketball in college first and foremost. I don't think he finished the degree, but his son was ill enough to get a D1 scholarship.
Yeah.
Son's a famous rapper.
He's
dope. He done everything.
Yeah.
Went platinum 1 billion times.
Snoop birthday just passed. Snoop Lion.
Shout out Uncle Snoop. I made a post about him. He's the definition of put a city on his back, bro.
Yeah. For sure. And everybody that walked through, he tried to put on. Everybody that came through, even close.
There's people that are like, I wouldn't know. Like, I'm not connected to none of that. But there's people that say, like, he not good like that in Long Beach, like which I don't really believe, but like I said, I don't know. There's people that say he not good like that in Long Beach, but that's not what I mean when I say put your city on your back. We know Long Beach is famous because of Snoop Dogg. There's been people that have come behind him that have, there were people before him that came out of Long Beach probably even that went to the high school that he went to, that made it to the NBA, to the NFL. But we know of Long Beach, and you think of Long Beach and lowriders and palm trees and Chuck T's because of Snoop Dogg. That's what I mean by city on your back. Like people know that Nick Cannon is from San Diego, but he don't rep San Diego like that and never have. I'm not knocking him for it.
Yeah,
like, do what you do, but it's not the same.
Yeah, not really. Totally.
Shout out Uncle Snoop.
Yeah. Snoop Lion.
What else we got on here? Oh, I'm sure you don't know his name, but Daniel Cool. I don't know how to say his last name, but the dude from Get Out, not the writer, the actor, the dark skinned dude from Get Out. That was also in Queen and Slim.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing I don't know why you call it live action because Barney was always live action. It was real people. But he's doing a reimagined live action Barney with a dark twist.
What do you mean a dark twist?
He said this is one of the first songs that he ever learned, and the theme song to Barney is "You love me, I love you. Won't you say you love me too?" He said, "Well, what happens when that's not true?"
Yeah.
And won't you say you love me too?
And they don't say
And I guess that's what he's saying. They don't. Like, so, like, what happens when that's not true?
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. So what, Barney?
I said to Keisha, I was like, that's an important lunch for kids to learn. She was like, at 4?
Yeah,
I was like, I feel you.
Not at 4. Not at 4. Jeez, that's what I'm saying. Like, dang, you killing kids' dreams early. He said, but what if you don't? What do you mean? Yeah, that's question mark. Because there's a lot of, like, the thing is, I read that, and I had to say the whole song to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he's leaving out the part where it would create that interaction between the two people that would make them want to say it back to you. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I'm interested. I really want to see
I'm interested because I like him as an actor, especially with that dark twist and stuff.
And I like what they're doing. I like that they are, even though we already know what Barney is and Barney's already a thing, I like that they're like creating like kind of like an alternate world with their movies that black people automatically understand and that others are getting introduced to and will understand through their art. And especially with Jordan Peele, because I'm never one of these people to say somebody's blacker than anyone else. That's never me. As a kid, you fall into that when you're young and immature and stupid. But as a mature adult, I've never done that. So I'm not saying this about Jordan Peele. But Jordan Peele is a black person that's easy for white people to digest. He's easier for them. You know what I'm saying? And being that he is the person that's bringing them through his art, I was about to say this alternate world, but our world, even though Get Out, that's not really how it happens. Us, you know what I'm saying? That's not actually what it is, but it's introducing them to our thoughts and kind of what's in most of our psyche and what most of us feel on the inside. And he's easy to digest. You know what I'm saying? So being that he's bringing it to them, it makes it easier. And I think it's dope that they're doing it. This whole Barney thing, I'm not sure about, but I'm really interested to see the trailer. I really, really want to see the trailer. How old were you when you stopped watching Barney?
Oh man, young. I always loved Barney because my sister loved it. Because me and my sister are only like 3 years apart.
I remember liking it longer than I should, but pretending like I didn't at a certain point. And like after being grown, I remember talking to people and saying that to them, and they were like, "Yo, me too."
No, yeah, no.
You could like you were allowed to stay on Sesame Street much longer than you were allowed to stay on Barney. And then for me, I got on to Arthur, so it was like when I told people I was watching Arthur, it was like, "Oh, Arthur's cool." And I remember actually even putting some. I put one of my is it second? I think I put my second grade teacher onto Arthur.
Oh, really?
I told her about it one time. I was like, we should watch Arthur at a rainy day schedule one day. She was like, what's Arthur? And I told her about it, and the next time we watched, the whole class loved it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, Arthur the Aardvark. Had a bunny for a friend. What? Baxter? Buster Baxter was his name, right? What was the girl name that he liked? What was the girl? She was an aardvark too, I think. Nigga Jesse's like, nigga, I don't know.
No idea.
What was one of your cartoons as a kid?
I remember at that time, I think I was on that was one of the ones Saturday
Second grade.
Second grade? Ooh. Yeah, I don't even remember reading.
I don't remember how old I was when it started popping, but I'm back on it now. And Barron actually likes it. He likes the opening credits a lot. He only likes really the first episode, but Recess.
That's that age?
Okay,
well that's what I'm saying. I was on Static Shock. Remember all those and Animaniacs and
Animaniacs.
Yeah, and Freakazoid. That's what I'm saying. I be going twisted to the left sometimes, Mike. Freakazoid is a crazy show for kids to be watching.
Animaniacs was dope.
Animaniacs was twisted. They had knives and they was dropping stuff on each other. You know what I mean? That's not stuff the kids supposed to be watching at that age. Static Shock.
What was their name?
The Animaniacs? I don't know. There was 4 or 5 of them.
There's 3 of them. 2 dudes and a girl.
Yeah.
What were they? Were they like bunnies or mice or something? What were they? Or
they look like...
They were Animaniacs.
Yeah, they look like the, whatever the, Mickey Mouse is. They look like little Mickey Mouses.
Do they say their names or no? No, they don't. I don't think they say their names. Nope. Looney Tune Kids.
Yeah. And I was on the Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
And the
Darkwing Duck.
that was my telling you.
That's one of the cartoons I'm gonna get tatted, even though he's not black. Like I'm gonna get like the black cartoon characters and Darkwing Duck. I used to love Darkwing Duck.
So you're doing that. I'm getting Cousin Skeeter.
Okay.
The one that's not black is Bart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm getting the PJs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna get y'all don't
Do not
steal my ideas. I'm getting mine, man. They're gonna be swaggy, so steal it if you want to. Mine gonna be swaggy. I'm gonna get no, I'm drawing a blank on their names. I'm gonna get Vince LaSalle from Recess. I'm gonna get Arnold's homie from Hey Arnold. Gerald. I'm drawing a blank on him, so maybe that's good. Maybe that's good that I'm not giving them all out right now. All the cards full, but I'm not giving them all out right now. But yeah. I'm gonna get the black cartoon characters and Darkwing Duck. I'll probably get the Darkwing Duck somewhere else. Let's keep all the black cartoon characters the same. Keep them together. You know what I should throw in there is Cleveland from Family Guys.
I'm glad they gave him his own show instead of being the butts all the jokes in the other one.
Yeah, I feel it.
Because he was too funny to be getting dogged out like that. That's funny.
I don't really want to talk about Busta Rhymes versus.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We can talk about Dak's injury.
It's nasty.
And by the time I seen it, it was already getting blurred out, so I'd never seen it. I could just see the motion of what he's doing and how the blur is moving. That's all I needed to see. Oh my goodness.
He was sitting there, his foot was going completely the other way.
And he was trying to put it back, from what I heard. Like he was, okay, yeah, I'll take that back. We don't need to go into that no more. Oh, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. On a lighter note. Jeez.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going on Friday.
Stay until Sunday, how you doing?
Leaving late Friday, I'll probably get there Saturday morning technically. And then I'll be back Sunday night, yeah. It's a quick little turnaround. Taking my neighbor, he'd never been, George. Yeah, taking him one time. Show him around pandemic style.
I
You
feel
know what
it.
I mean?
It's a ghost town out there right now.
That's cool with me. Spend a couple hours in the water. You know what I mean? Get my wife out the house.
Feel that. Feel that. I was thinking about that. And
And it's cheaper, and I'm staying at a hotel I've never stayed at, so you know that's big for me. That's big.
And see, that's what I'm glad you said that. See, Keish, she can't go to a hotel in the city that she lives in because she's not gonna feel like she got away.
No facts.
I can.
I'm not.
As long as I'm in a room that I don't have to clean and I can get away from my priorities for a little bit, I don't feel like I got away.
Yeah.
But she's like, bro, like we staying in Dago, when we staying in Dago, she gotta come get a room out here. Out here, she gotta go get a room downtown. Like she can't stay in the same place.
Yeah. No, I feel that 100%. I gotta go to at least LA or San Diego. What's the point of getting one down the street?
That's why my life was so busy that weekend going back and forth getting built. Just get a hotel right here in North County. Rock out, babe. I love you. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like because like you know what I'm saying, we got the new car. Like, we should pack the kids up and just go take a trip one time. Just go get a little weekend getaway in the new whip one time.
You know what I mean?
And get this new job. I'll tell you off the air. Now I don't want to jinx it, but I guess talking about a period of jinx it. But anyway, one of the I'm gonna say what team. I guess maybe not everything. But one of the teams in town hit me up. They want me to film and take pictures at every game, and they have a house that some of the players live in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if they like kind of like want to do like a reality type show or if they want to do a podcast. But he said a show talking about being an ABA. Yeah, so they're all ABA teams talking about being in the ABA.
Yeah, no, that'd be dope.
Yeah, and I gave
That'd
them,
be dope.
bro. I gave them
Numbers.
and they with it.
Oh, yeah,
So actually, he left me a message and said, right when we started potting, he left me a message because I called him yesterday. Then we were calling after 9, I called and he didn't pick up. He just hit me and said he was busy. He gonna call me today. I'm like, all right, bet. And I was telling my mom, like I've had clients that like with I'll say expecting. There's no shame in that. Like clients that I like was expecting a nice little bulk of money, and then they backed out at the last minute. and I didn't have no front end, no back end, like no nothing. So I'm just out. And granted, like you're not supposed to plan off money that you don't already have in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna pay my car note with after I get like you're not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking like I wasn't paying bills with it, but I was already kind of get the new mics and you know what I'm saying? I was making plans with money that I didn't have and I didn't get it. So damn. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really set me back, but it is disappointing.
Yeah, not bad.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm saying all that to say, I was telling my mom, I was like, when I go, like, whenever we go and meet with him, I'm gonna have a contract.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a contract. I'm telling him, like, yo, I need blah, 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 and if you back out, I still need all that.
Yeah, no, for real, I'm written down.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that makes it easier for when the next one go. You know how to learn from that. You get yourself trademark, your name?
Not yet. Working on that. It's one of the first things Wifey said.
Cause I already know she been on it, right? She had a domain, right? .com. I'm jealous. I talked about it. She had one. That's when I stopped saying that. I was like, ooh, she really got one.
I told her that too. I was like, ever since he saw your website, like he stopped saying .com. He stopped saying it.
I stopped saying it. Because it was just a thing. Hers real life. Okay.
She don't have that domain anymore. So somebody actually got it. When she tried to get it back, it was like, nah, you gotta do that. It was like, I don't know what they was doing with it, but they hit her over the head for the price tag. If you want the domain name back, that's what you gotta do. Because she stopped paying it because she wasn't maintaining the website. And when she was ready to get back to it, somebody might have bought it actually. I don't know if that worked. Maybe just claimed it. Yeah, she stopped paying it.
Somebody.
And then they just went, they just went and started paying it and created their own website with that domain name.
Oh, sure.
Which is whack. It's like.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up that you could tell was already created. Somebody already had.
Yeah, like I don't want to. Not like that. I was about to say I don't want to benefit off somebody else's hard work, but not.
But that's what I'm saying. They
like
had it used. Yeah. Like they used that.
Yeah, that's why.
They created something off of that already. Yeah. That's dope, though.
Oh, I forgot why I asked this question. When's the last time you watched or listened to something that you fully related to? Now I'm forgetting what I watched. What was it? Oh, on The Office. So, but anyway, when's the last time you watched? I had to remember that. When's the last time you watched something or like a movie or a TV show or listened to a song that like you were like that's spot on in my situation? I've been through that situation before.
Oh, a bunch. That's the only way I relate to stuff.
When's it? For sure. So, one that really hit home. Or just the one that comes to mind first?
Man, I don't even know right now. There's a lot of Would you come up with? I might have one for you.
So like I'm a serial watcher. I don't know if that's a thing, but I watch The Office a lot, like all the time. And there's an episode in the beginning. I think it's episode season 3 when Pam has an art show. Like she is like showing her art at an art gallery actually, and she invites the whole office. And nobody shows up except her boss at the very last minute, like at the very last minute. And he's like, oh, my bad, I had to drive way across town, I got off work late, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that he showed up, meant the world to her, you know what I'm saying? Especially the fact she was going through stuff in her personal life, and then she invited the whole office, and he's the only one that showed up. She thought, this one's done. This one's done. But anyway, it meant a lot to her. And I've been in that situation before where not necessarily where I invited a bunch of people, but I expected more support. And then I got support from maybe just one person in particular that I didn't expect it from. And it meant the world, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I remember every time I watched it, I've watched every episode of The Office a million times. And so every time I watch that episode in particular, that one scenario really sticks out to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I thought I'd talk about it here.
Yeah, that's good. Mine is the Lil Wayne song "Gossip." If you don't know what it is, go check it out. But when that song came out, it just struck hard, and it just brings me back to that moment. You know what I mean? It's not a particular moment; it's pretty much a feeling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That it gave me, listening to that song. So, yeah, that's it right there.
Which one?
"Gossip" by Lil Wayne.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's off the glorious Lil Wayne days.
Yeah, you know me. I had a whole iPod full was nothing else up on there. That's how hard it was for me. Like it would just always put me in a different zone, no matter what time of day, no matter what I was going through, walking to work, on the hoop court, whatever situation. He always had something for me.
Bro, I guess he couldn't because it was all.
I remember when I had remember when we went up to the job court one of my games, and we were, who was driving?
Terrence.
Was it? Is that who it was? Tall T. And he wanted to play his own music. And I ended up having a subpar game. Mike was like, man, let's be on our way next time you play. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise.
I'm like, and I you know what's funny? And I started to say to Terrence, it was funny because I used to be whipping around with Terrence all the time in his little Honda Civic.
Mm-hmm.
That little thing was fast.
That's how I got to buy the job court.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bringing that up to say we took that car to job court, and when we went up there, because of how much I used to roll with him, I could have hop shot it.
Yeah.
And I didn't because I'm like, this nigga about to play. I'm like, I'm gonna let this nigga get the front, like, put the seat all the way back, get all the way comfortable because he's finna go hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I remember thinking when he said he wanted to play his music, because he played some Wayne, not the Wayne that you wanted to play, and then he started playing some other stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like at least like when we're pulling off the freeway, like let this nigga play the Wayne he want to hear, like let him get in his hoop vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was
But I didn't say it because I wanted him in the back seat. It's this nigga's car, and I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was, of course, this nigga like 6'7", but he was like the younger homie, and I didn't want to make it seem like, because he only came around like every other weekend or so back then.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking all this literally. I didn't want to make it look like or seem like I was trying to little bro him.
Yeah.
So I didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I remember thinking like,
Me too. That's why I only asked him once.
Yeah.
I could have just
I
done
remember
it.
thinking like, nigga, if you don't get this nigga the aux, bro, because he would have done it.
And that was the game I hurt my hand, bro. That was the game I hurt my hand. My basketball life ain't never been the same after that too. Different story. But yeah.
Man,
What's happening?
I never hear record down there. All the audio's gonna be feedback.
What is that? Oh,
It ain't gonna be clear. It'll be clear, but it ain't gonna be like
Chris
how
down.
it sounded in the headphone.
Uh,
That's a damn shame.
how much time we had?
I don't even know. That's how I found out right now.
Well,
We're gonna try to check
FamilyRoom podcast. Episode 54.
64.
64. No, I'm messing with you.
That's all good.
That's funny,
That
though.
is wild. That's 2 weeks in a row. Last week I caught it with like 2 minutes in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got another one down there too.
Doing too many things. I need a checklist. I need like a post-it note. I check everything out. Nigga, did you hit record?
But that's something new. You ain't always done that before, though. But 2 in a row. It's alright, though.
Either way, it's still gonna be out on Spotify and all the DSPs and on YouTube.
Be out here for you. Got any questions you can't hear, we'll be here to answer you. Well, Mike will.
I got y'all, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Want to know what's going on with the pod. I appreciate that, man. Oh, and I said it on my IG story. I'm gonna say it here. Because our recording schedule is different, it used to be that the audio came out on Friday and the video came out on Saturday. Now they both come out on Friday. The audio is on Spotify and all the streaming platforms, and the video is on the Flix Media Network YouTube channel on Friday morning as well. So both of those, man. Or if you're in the car, whatever you're doing, you can check us out.
Yeah, we always here for
FamilyRoom podcast. I can't believe I did that too.